Freedman from Yeshivat Orayta speaking for Mizrahi's weekly Parsha video. This week we read Parashat Kedoshim. Parashat Kedoshim raises an interesting question. Deep in the heart of Vayikra, Leviticus, in the middle of discussions about priesthood and sacrifices, Kohanim, all of a sudden comes something that really is the crux of what Judaism is all about. Kedoshim tiyu, and you shall be kadosh. Now, if you ask the average person what Kedusha is, he'll tell you holiness, sanctity. But if you ask him exactly what holiness, he's not really sure how to answer the question. Rashi notes something interesting. The topic immediately preceding Parashat Kedoshim is a strange topic, the topic of the Arayot. The Arayos are all of the licentious forms of behavior that we're prohibited from engaging in. Not to sleep with animals, not to sleep with your mother, with your sister, and so on and so forth. Some of the basics that society generally accepts. And Rashi says, therefore, the fact that these two things are connected suggests al tiyu hevu prushim min arayot. Kedusha is about being separate from these licentious behaviors, which of course raises the question, that's what sanctity is all about, not to sleep with your mother. It's a strange topic. Even more interesting is the fact that this portion, these licentious prohibited behaviors, are actually the reading on Yom Kippur. It's a strange choice for the reading on Yom Kippur. So what is Kedusha all about? I remember years ago, I was teaching a course on the Aseret HaDibrot, the Ten Commandments, to a group of Jews that were pretty far from Judaism, very unaffiliated. One of them had a really hard time understanding the concept of lo tin'af, not to adulter. How is it that a person doesn't have a physical relationship before he gets married? What's the difference who you have a physical relationship with? It's only a moment of pleasure. And I remember her saying to me that she was seeing two different guys, and she thought that one of the ways to find out whether they were compatible was actually to have a physical relationship with each of them. And I said to her, if you're dating two guys, you're really not dating either of them. In fact, Kedusha is all about limiting yourself to one person so that you can discover unlimitedness with that one person. That's one way of understanding what sanctity, what Kedusha is all about. Limiting myself in order to discover unlimitedness. When we get married under a chuppah in a traditional wedding ceremony, we call this kiddushin. It's a form of sanctity because I'm limiting myself to one person, prohibiting myself from anybody else in order to discover unlimitedness with that one person. Perhaps that's why we read this portion, or the portion preceding it, on Yom Kippur, because Yom Kippur is all about limitations. We don't eat, we don't drink, and so on, in order to experience moments of unlimitedness, the unlimited potential for sanctity, for meaning, for relationship with Hashem, with God in this world. And of course, perhaps that's what this is doing in the middle of Sefer Vayikra, in the middle of Leviticus. The essence of what we're doing here is the ability to limit ourselves in order to discover a relationship with Hashem, to be a vehicle for bringing Hashem into the world in an unlimited fashion. In fact, Rav Kook suggests that Kedusha is when something becomes a vehicle for bringing Hashem into the world, for bringing God into the world. It's just a cup until I make Kiddush on it, and then it becomes a vehicle for increasing the presence of Hashem in our lives. Hashem should bless us, Bezrat Hashem, that we all succeed in finding healthy ways to limit ourselves in order to discover unlimitedness. Unlimitedness in our relationship with Hashem, unlimitedness in our potential and our capacity to do good and to make a difference in the world. Shabbat Shalom.